What is going on, everyone? Marc Guberti here. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can write and publish one new blog post every single day. It's a really important goal to publish new content daily because you keep on getting in front of your audience. And the more times you get in front of them, the more they're going to come to trust you. So that's why people recommend it at least weekly, so you get in front of people. But as you do move towards daily, you do build up that trust a lot more, and you give yourself a lot more chances for success. Because with daily blog posts, you publish more content, you get more data, and you get to see which headlines, which topics, which ideas, which calls to action, all that stuff, which of that stuff works. And with that daily content, it gives you that advantage. But with the daily content, there is the actually doing the daily content. And that is the part that baffles a lot of people. How do we actually produce the daily content? Find the time to do that. Find the time to do our personal lives, and find the time to do the rest of our business responsibilities. So that's why I'm going to lay it all out in this video. The biggest reason people do not create daily content is because they can't think of enough ideas for daily content. Now, there are so many different ideas people can choose, but it is this overwhelm where you don't know where to go next that really causes people to get stuck. And then you also have people who they just don't know what they're going to write about next. They feel like maybe they've covered it before, or they don't know which direction they want to take. So that's why it's important to have an idea bank. So one of the things you should be doing every single day is just come up with 3 blog post ideas. Write the title, write like 1 to 2 sentences what you're going to cover. And if you're listing strategies, tactics, examples, just create that list. For this idea bank process, you're not going deep into any of this stuff. This is the concept of being a mile wide and an inch deep. You can get deeper into the article when you actually choose to write it, but for now we're focusing on building our idea bank. This is very valuable because when you are in that writer's block phase where you don't know what you're going to write about next, it's really helpful to have a bunch of topics to choose from. And there are a lot of people who start their writing session by asking themselves, well, what am I going to write about next? What's this blog post going to be? If you start your writing session wondering what you're going to write about, you have a problem in your writing process, which is making it more difficult to publish blog posts daily. If you do not have any type of idea bank right now, I would suggest just picking today to do 5 to 10 different blog post ideas, just writing them out. They're very short outlines, and that will set you up for publishing new content daily. All you have to do is just have more ideas than you actually write. So now comes the writing part, because you could come up with all these great ideas, but it's one thing to have an idea, it's another thing to actually publish it and it looks like a beautiful article. So the goal here is to allocate at least 30 minutes a day to a writing session where you do work on an article. And it's good to know in advance how long you want it to be. I like to go for 1,000 words for each of my articles. It's long enough to provide a journey, but it's not too long where if you do write one of these 10,000 word articles and it goes bust, it doesn't get the traction that you wanted. It's one thing to spend 30 minutes on an article that goes bust versus spending 5 hours on an article that goes bust. Now, as you create more content, you get more data, you grow your audience, you're more likely that each piece is going to be a smashing success. But at the beginning stages of your writing journey, do you really want to commit 5 hours to an article that may or may not work? If I commit 5 hours to an article, a single article, when in that same time frame, you could easily produce 10. I want to make sure that article works. So 1,000 words, that's a goal I go for. And it does make it easier to produce daily content. This word count will make it easier for you to frame your writing sessions. So 10 minutes, you do 200 words. In the 30-minute session, you cover, let's say, 600 words. But you have these different word counts in mind that allow you to focus on that end goal. It gives you a progress bar rather than just assuming that you're getting closer to the end and getting stuck on an article. You do have to end an article and finish it in order to move on to the next one. I know that sounds really simple, but if you do write these 3,000 to 4,000 word articles, there is this risk that you may not produce daily content. Not everyone has to produce daily content, but you're watching this video, so you definitely want to do daily content. But again, that's a lot of time put into an article that may or may not work. So once you have the word count goal in mind and you have these different writing routines where 10 minutes here, 30 minutes here, and you just frame your day around it, each person is going to be a little bit different. You do want to pick some days where you write multiple articles because there's going to be the sick day. There's going to be the day that you take off each week, which you definitely should, to refuel. It's very easy to write an article a day, an article a day, an article a day, and just feel like you're stuck to the grind. The day off really revitalizes you and allows you to approach your work with a deeper level of effort. So that's why you should pick at least 2 days a week where you will write at least 2 blog posts rather than your typical daily blog post. And the more of these that you are ahead, the more relaxing it is to produce the daily content. Daily content, it gets stressful when you don't have enough ideas to get you through a week, because then you feel like you have to rush the articles to get them published at this specific timeline because you said daily. If you're watching this video right now and you don't have an idea bank or any articles already written, I would suggest doing weekly. And then when you do have 10 articles that are already written and finished up and you've been doing the weekly, that's when you should switch to daily because you do have the buffer. And maintaining that buffer is one of the most important things for writing a blog post every single day. And as you do write more blog posts, you'll get more data, and that will help you come up with the best ideas that give you the greatest chance of success. Speaking of greater chances of success, if you want more of that for your business, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one and smash the like button. It certainly does help a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.